The date is March 27, 1988. WrestleMania IV is in full swing at Trump Plaza in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Among the glitz and glamour of the event, a match unfolds that forever changes the landscape of tag team wrestling in the World Wrestling Federation. Axe and Smash, the fearsome duo known as Demolition, march to the ring in their menacing black leather outfits, faces painted like heavy metal warriors ready for battle. Their opponents, Strike Force, comprised of Martel and Tito Santana, enter the ring as the reigning tag team champions, but the electricity in the air belongs to Demolition. The match is brutal, a showcase of Demolition's raw power and relentless aggression. The turning point comes when Mr. Fuji, their manager, subtly drops his cane into the ring. Axe seizes the opportunity, striking Martel with a vicious blow to the back of the neck while the referee's back is turned. Smash pins the fallen Martel, securing Demolition's first tag team championship. The crowd roars, not in approval, but in awe of the spectacle they just witnessed. It is the beginning of a reign that will solidify Demolition as icons in the world of professional wrestling. Demolition wasn't just another tag team. They were larger than life, rock stars in the squared circle, with an aura of danger and unpredictability. Their aesthetic, a fusion of post-apocalyptic warriors and heavy metal anti-heroes, set them apart. Drawing inspiration from Mad Max and Kiss, their look alone struck fear into opponents. But it was their in-ring dominance that truly elevated them. With devastating moves like the Demolition decapitation, they raised the bar for tag team wrestling, setting a standard for brutality and showmanship. Randy Colley and Bill Eadie masterminded the Demolition gimmick. They debuted as villains on January 4, 1987, at the Springfield Civic Center in Massachusetts, with manager Luscious Johnny V, as they defeated the Islanders and later entered a battle royal. Clad in studded black leather and leather-covered hockey masks, they revealed striking face paint upon entering the ring, while their menacing personas were likened to horror icons Jason Voorhees and Freddy Krueger in interviews. This fusion of dystopian, musical and horror influences made them a standout act in wrestling's golden era. After just 2 more matches against enhancement talent in early January 1987, Randy Colley was replaced by Barry Darsow, debuting in a match filmed on January 26th at the Sun Dome in Tampa, Florida. Colley was removed due to being too recognizable as his former persona, Moondog Rex, which Eadie believed would undermine the team's mystique. Rejecting other Federation suggestions, Eadie endorsed Darsow, a lesser-known face to audiences, fresh from his role as Crusher Khrushchev in Jim Crockett Promotions. Darsow stepped in as Smash, and on March 14th, Saturday night's Main Event 10, Demolition gained further exposure in a battle royal. Around this time, their manager Johnny Valiant sold their contracts to Mr. Fuji, who became an integral part of their rise to wrestling stardom. Known for their aggressive, overpowering in-ring style, they quickly established themselves as one of the most formidable teams in wrestling. Their first major feud began after Axe and Smash savagely attacked jobber Brady Boone, storyline cousin of Billy Jack Haynes, leading to a heated rivalry with Haynes and Ken Patera. Demolition went on to defeat nearly every top-face tag team in the Federation, including the Killer Bees, the Rougeau Brothers, the British Bulldogs, the Young Stallions, the Islanders, and the Can-Am Connection. Demolition made their pay-per-view debut at Survivor Series, competing as part of the heel team in an elimination tag match. While they eliminated the Rougeau brothers, they were ultimately eliminated when Smash's attack on referee Dave Hebner led to their disqualification, paving the way for the face team to secure victory. As highlighted earlier, Axe and Smash of Demolition captured their first tag team championship at WrestleMania IV in a controversial victory over Strikeforce. Demolition then faced their first major test in the summer of 1988, when the Powers of Pain arrived in the Federation. The rivalry reached its dramatic peak at Survivor Series, where Mr. Fuji betrayed Demolition mid-match, siding with the Powers of Pain in a shocking double turn that saw Demolition become fan favorites and the Powers embrace villainy. In a scathing post-match interview, Fuji justified his treachery by accusing Demolition of insubordination and touting the Powers as loyal protégés. Demolition, in turn, dismissed their former manager as a manipulative opportunist, mockingly branding him Fuge the Stooge. At WrestleMania V, Demolition triumphed over the Powers of Pain and Mr. Fuji in a tag team handicap match, sealing their victory with the devastating Demolition decapitation to retain the World Tag Team Championship. That victory marked a historic milestone. as they shattered the previous 370-day record set by the Valiant brothers, becoming the longest reigning tag team champions. By May 12th, their reign surpassed the 409-day record of the Fabulous Kangaroos, cementing their place as the longest reigning holders of any tag team championship in Federation history. Their 478-day reign remains the benchmark for the classic World Tag Team Championship, a record untouched even as modern teams like the New Day and the Uso brothers have since set new standards in other tag team titles. Following WrestleMania IV, Demolition engaged in new rivalries, first with the Twin Towers of Akeem and the Big Boss Man, and then with the Brainbusters of Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard, managed by the cunning Bobby the Brain Heenan. On May 27, 1989, at Saturday night's main event, the Brainbusters secured a controversial victory by disqualification, but the feud reached its peak on July 29th at Saturday night's main event, when Demolition lost the Tag Team Championship in a 2 out of 3 falls match after Andre the Giant's interference handed the Busters the win. At SummerSlam 1989, Demolition, alongside Jim Duggan, exacted revenge by defeating Andre and the Towers in a 6-man tag, with Smash's incredible strength on display as he body-slammed both Towers. Demolition then defeated the Brainbusters on Superstars in November to win their second Tag Team Championship. Their next challenge came against the colossal connection of Andre the Giant and Haku, the latest duo from the Heenan family. After losing their tag titles to the Connection on the December 30th edition of Superstars, Demolition sought redemption at WrestleMania VI in Toronto's Skydome. There they defeated Haku, who fought alone due to Andre's declining health, securing their third and final tag team championship and ending their rivalry with the Heenan family on a decisive note. Demolition then quietly transitioned into villains, a shift solidified by the debut of Bryan Adams as Crush, who joined Axe and Smash to form a 3-man unit. This was framed in kayfabe as a sinister ploy to gain a 3-on-2 advantage over rival teams. Behind the scenes, however, the addition of Crush addressed concerns over Axe's health after an allergic reaction to shellfish, attributed to frequent trips to Japan, left him hospitalized. Axe gradually stepped into a managerial role, while Smash and Crush became the primary in-ring duo, employing the Freebird rule to allow any 2 members to defend the titles. During the summer of 1990, Demolition retained the Tag Team Championship in matches such as their July 28th victory over the Rockers, aided by Axe's interference. However, their dominance ended at SummerSlam, where they lost the titles to the Hart Foundation in a chaotic 2 out of 3 falls match. Axe's covert involvement and an unexpected intervention by the newly arrived Legion of Doom exposed Demolition's tactics and cost them the gold. Demolition suffered a high-profile loss to Warrior and the Legion of Doom on the October 13th edition of Saturday night's main event, marking the beginning of the end for the once dominant team. With the Legion of Doom now in the Federation, Demolition's popularity waned, prompting the team to reunite with former manager Mr. Fuji in late 1990. At Survivor Series, Demolition, alongside Mr. Perfect, fell to the Ultimate Warrior and the Legion of Doom, further signaling their decline. Shortly after, Axe departed the company, explained on-screen as a mandate from President Jack Tunney, limiting the group to 2 members. Smash and Crush continued as a duo, but transitioned to a losing streak against rising teams like the Rockers and the Legion of Doom, culminating in a defeat to Genichiro Tenryu and Koji Kitao at WrestleMania VII. In the years that followed, Axe and Smash occasionally reunited on the independent circuit, rekindling the magic of their glory days. Though their Federation run ended in 1991, their impact endured. Fans remember them not just as champions, but as innovators who brought a unique blend of brutality and charisma to the tag team division. Their record-breaking reign, iconic look, and unforgettable matches solidified their place as one of the greatest tag teams in professional wrestling history. Where exactly does Demolition rank among the best Federation tag teams of the 1980s? Well, funny you should ask, because if you're curious to know the answer, then go ahead and click the thumbnail appearing on your screen. We'll rank the top 20 Federation tag teams of the 1980s, which will undoubtedly usher in heaps of golden era nostalgia for you. Surely this is one that you won't want to miss. So go ahead and click the thumbnail right now, and I will meet you there momentarily. Thank you for watching.